What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. Today I have the Pixel 6, and I personally think this is probably the best all-around smartphone, or let's put it this way, the most improved, the MVP smartphone of 2021. And I want to first put it out there, just a little disclaimer, this is my own opinion. Everyone else can have their own opinions too. You might agree, you might not. That's okay. That's what makes us special. That's what makes us all awesome. But I think this is the most improved device when compared to its predecessor in 2021. And I want to share my thoughts and kind of give you a little review, my thoughts and opinions on the Pixel 6, what I think and why it's the MVP for 2021. And obviously you just saw how the fingerprint sensor didn't read it the first time. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that too. But before I do begin, I really appreciate viewing this video. Thumbs up and turn on the bell notifications. This does help out the YouTube algorithm and will help push my content out to more people. Anyway, let's dive right in. Okay, so starting off with design, just putting it right out here. I don't have the Pixel 5. I don't have its predecessor. I have something that's very close to the Pixel 5a, so just look at that for a quick sec and remember that. That's kind of, or let's put it to the side right here. That is what we call the, I guess you can say, the almost look-alike predecessor to the Pixel 6. Now, when we look at the Pixel 6, what I love about this, and I think what's really improved, it's design. It's a new, unique design, and Google has kind of went towards a route of like, hey, are you using a Pixel 6? When you see someone using this, you're gonna be like, hey, you're using a Pixel 6 or a 6 Pro. That is pretty cool. Like, this stands out from the other crowds. It doesn't have a typical, that design. Like Apple's been, you know you're using an Apple device because they found that style of, hey, that's a new Apple device. And the only way you can tell if you're using a new Apple, like an iPhone 13 compared to an iPhone 12, is the camera layout. Especially if they're using a case, the camera layout, that's really it. But if you're using this over something like the Pixel 5, you can definitely tell the camera bar is there, the updated design, the glass bag, even the front display. You can 100% tell that this is a Pixel 6 or a 6 Pro. I personally like the camera bar. When I place it flat on the table, it's not going to rock at all. That's what I like. But if you put another device and it has like a camera cutout on the side, it's definitely going to rock. So do keep that in mind. I just like this camera bar. It's really nice. I like how it gives you that dual tone. The sort of seafoam is my personal favorite of the colors of the 6 and 6 Pro. Some might like kind of coral. Some might like the sort of sunny of the Pixel 6 Pro. That's okay. This is my personal favorite though. The sort of seafoam with the Pixel 6. Now what I also do like is the aluminum sides. With updated design, you're getting obviously better build. It's got glass back, Gorilla Glass Victus on the front and Gorilla Glass 6 on the back, with aluminum sides that are made in a matte finish. And I like this black matte finish. I kind of wish, you know, the Pixel 6 Pro had it, but oh well. I don't like how it doesn't have that accented color button like Google Pixel devices had for years. I hope they bring that back with the Pixel 6a and the Pixel 7 next year. Please, Google, if you ever do watch this video, please bring back that colored accented power button as well. Now, with this glass back comes wireless charging and reverse wireless charging. That's a huge plus and upgrade from the Pixel. Well, the Pixel 5 has wireless charging, but nonetheless, it's still a great upgrade to see with both lineups. Because, I mean, the mid-range obviously doesn't have it, but it's nice to see it that the Pixel 6, I was personally expecting that this wouldn't have it, and just the Pro, they would leave it as a Pro feature. But it's nice to see that there's especially reverse wireless charging. Now, what I also do like is the display as well. It's a 6.4-inch Full HD, 90 Hertz panel. And in my use case, I've been watching more video on it lately. I haven't played too much games. I haven't played Call of Duty that much on the Pixel 6 as of now, just because dealing with a bunch of other things going on. So I don't really have too much time to put into to play Call of Duty, because once I start playing a game or two, it just kind of gets me hooked in, and I can't get out of the game. But watching videos has been a breeze. It's been great. Like video quality has been awesome. Media consumption has been great. Social media has been awesome on this device. I personally like it. So you won't go wrong with display quality. Now, it's not LTPS, so it doesn't drop in refresh rates. It's a 90 hertz panel. That's it. And overall, I can't tell the difference between 90 and 100 right off the bat. I really have to kind of look at it and kind of, you know, take it in for a couple minutes and kind of look at them one by one. But when comparing it to a 60 hertz device like the Pixel 5a, for example, I can definitely tell that, you know, there's an upgrade from 60 hertz to 90 hertz and even 60 hertz to 120 hertz. But overall, I'm a huge fan of this design, and it's something that I personally appreciate from Google. Thank you for, you know, keeping on top of the hardware game and keep it up with next year's Pixel 6a and Pixel 7 and 7 Pro. Now looking at software and performance, software overall with Android 12 has been awesome. No complaints there. Daily use has been great. I haven't seen any hiccups or whatnot with this device. It's just been awesome overall. I absolutely love it. Material U has been a breeze as well. I love Material U. I love the whole theming engine, really. Whenever you choose a wallpaper, like right here, I have a kind of green and teal color, and all my icons are in green. I can obviously change them. Even my my widgets here, the new clock widget as well as the weather widget, they're also themed. The Google search bar at the bottom is also themed. I absolutely love Material U. Some might not, but I think it really gives a much needed refresh, a much needed user interface overhaul in Android. I really do like it. It gives me joy using this device. But with software, I haven't seen any hiccups. I love the live translation and also Magic Eraser. That's a software feature that debuted on the Pixel 6, and I will be talking about that in the camera segment. Live translation has been great. I don't need to really text. Like I don't like texting at all in general, and everyone that knows me knows I don't like texting, so I'll tend to send voice messages, or I'll just straight up call. Like, I don't like texting. That's just a given fact. It's just something I don't like, and that's okay. If you like texting, be my guest and text all you want. Something I just don't appreciate. So having that live translation, if I need to text, speeds up the process, and that's something I really do appreciate. Now, when we come to performance, 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs in my model. I don't have anything wrong with storage. 128 gigs is fine for me. 8 gigs of RAM is also fine for the Pixel 6. No hiccups, no nothing like that. Now, the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro does ship with Google's inbuilt silicon for the first time. They're going with their inbuilt silicon Google Tensor, and that works so much better. Now that Google has control of both hardware and software, they're able to optimize their devices better. And obviously, it's their first year. They might have their hiccups, but with next year, Google Tensor 2 and 3 and years coming forward, they're definitely going to be better optimizations. But this year, it's been awesome. With a bunch of AI features, like that live translation is definitely, it's the work of Google Tensor. Like it's really kicking in. You can tell Google Tensor has been optimized really well by Google. Performance, awesome. If you're looking for a overall Android device that performs really well, day-to-day use and getting, I think this is like the smartest smartphone. Let's just put it out there. The smartest smartphone, it's the easiest Android smartphone to use. That's just my personal opinion. You might have your thoughts. That's okay. Leave me your thoughts in the comments down below. What you think is the smartest smartphone or the easiest Android device to use. My personal opinion is the Pixel 6. You might have your opinions. Okay, I want to hear it down in the comments down below, but I really appreciate and I respect everyone else's opinions. But overall performance and software use has been awesome with Pixel 6. Okay, now we come to camera. And this is where we see an upgrade, obviously, with previous devices. But like I said, I like this camera bar. I love the upgraded hardware. It's using a 50 megapixel lens, but I guess when you take photos, it's still capped at 12 megapixels. I'm personally okay. I mean, but if you're, if it is a 50 megapixel lens, please let's give us the option to take 50 megapixel photos. Oh well, it's okay. Like I'm not not complaining too much about it. Like, I wish it was we were given the opportunity, but since we're not, it's not like the end of the world. It's like it's not like the worst thing in the world, but that's okay. Overall though, huge improvement. I love taking photos with Pixel devices, and I'll be leaving. Obviously, you'll be seeing sample photos of Pixel 6 and how it performs. Overall video has been great as well, but what I really do love, like I said earlier, is Magic Eraser, which debuted on the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. Now, I first thought that was a Pixel 6 and 6 Pro exclusive, but that has since changed, and I guess older Pixel devices can receive that. You just need to go ahead and update your Photos app. And if you already have something like that, let me know in the comments down below. But with the Magic Eraser, I absolutely love it. It's going to have its flaws, but it works really well with the Google Tensor chip. It's using artificial technology, and what I like about here, I'll even show you. I'll go ahead and take a picture of my AirPods Pro, the Pixel Buds A, and as well as my SIM card ejector tool. I'll put all three aside. I will go to the photo. It processed it really quickly. All right, and I think that there we go. So I'm gonna go to edit. Let's do that one more time. Edit. Gonna go to crop tools, Magic Eraser. Okay, so most of the time, like, it'll find you a suggestion, but if not, that's okay. So right now it didn't find me a suggestion. It's telling me to circle a brush to erase. Now, I like this. I can literally scribble over, let's say, the entire SIM card ejector tool just like this, and it'll pick up the SIM card ejector tool, but also around it. So if I go to reset, most of the time, like, it will pick up at least what I'm talking about. So like the AirPods Pro, I'm just going to scribble a little bit over it, and it picked up the AirPods Pro exact. Now, obviously, you can tell that there's still some stuff there of the AirPods Pro. I'm going to get rid of that too. There you go. That's all through, you know, I think that's the works of Google Tensor. And it works really well. It can definitely tell, like, I circled a little bit over the AirPods Pro, but it highlighted like the edges of the AirPods Pro really well. And now it does have some tweaking to do. It does have a little bit of flaw in there. But overall, like, if you're in a crowded area and you want to take a picture of something and you have people in the background, I think this works really well. And what Google says is you can also go ahead and go through older photos and kind of edit and crop out with Magic Eraser 2. Like I said, this debuted first on this device as well as the Pixel 6 Pro, has since been available to older Pixel devices, and I'm actually going to take a peek at it on my Pixel 5a, my Pixel 4, as well as my Pixel 4. But overall, camera has been an overall improvement, and that's just been in my case. And before I do end this segment, one last thing about the Magic Eraser. I've been getting a lot of people saying, oh, okay, well, Samsung had it for years, iPhone has it, there's apps that have it. Okay, that's great. I know apps have it. I can download an app and use it on my iPhone or on my Samsung Z Flip 3. But the fact that it's just built in here, it's like really easy to use and it's just really convenient. That's what I like. I just like how it's built in. I'd hope to see Apple build it into their camera app or Samsung build it into the camera app later on. But, you know, you can go ahead and get a separate app for it, but I just wanted to put it out there. I just like how it's really convenient built into the app. Anyway, let's move on to the next segment. All right, now comes battery, and let me be honest with you guys. I'm not really liking the battery life. Like, I think I had my expectations a little bit too high, because even with the 4,600 milliamp hour battery, it is a fairly large battery, 4,600 milliamp hours. Like, that's fairly large. And even so, I'm only getting like 3.5 hours, 4 hours of screen on time. And while that sounds like normal for many people, for me, it's just like, I've been using devices with 6.5, 7 hours of screen on time. So seeing this with a large battery with a inbuilt silicon chip that you think Google's optimizing it and really well with its battery life, it just hasn't been that case. Now, other people might have really good battery life with their devices, you know, with their Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. It all depends on your use case scenario. I'm a heavy user. Other people are heavy users too, but it depends on what apps they use to keep apps open in the background. There's a bunch of different factors that lead up to if they're using it consistently on Wi-Fi or on their mobile data. those all play into battery life. But overall, in my use case scenario, it just hasn't been what I was expecting it to. I think it's a subpar battery life. Now, if you're a light user, you don't need to worry about it. It's going to get you throughout the day. Even if you're a heavy user, it's gonna get you throughout the day if you're always consistently around chargers anyway. And that's how it is with most people. Like, I'm at home with chargers everywhere. I'm in my car, there's a charger. I'm at work, there's a charger. School, everywhere I go, there's chargers. So I don't need to I shouldn't worry about battery life. But there are times where I'm not at a charger or a wall port for most of the day. I'll be outside for maybe most of the day, and I'll kind of have to be like, man, I gotta cut down on my use and kind of put my phone in my pocket and not use it for maybe an hour or two because I'm not near a charger and I won't be near charger. So when it comes to those instances, I kind of worry about battery life. But as if you're a light user, this will last you throughout the entire day. You don't need to worry about it at all. That's just been my experience with battery life. Kind of wish it was better, and I hope to see better battery life with the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro. And now we come to price, which I think is probably the best thing about the Pixel 6. $599, and I'll be putting up prices right up here. $599 for 128 gigs of storage and 8 gigs of RAM, which I personally think is an outstanding price. I personally thought the starting price would be $699, but it's not. It's $599. That's awesome, especially where you're getting updated design, upgraded camera, really good display, and overall better improvement. Better package overall than previous generations of Pixel devices. Google has really gone all in with the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. Like I said, great build, awesome camera performance. Software is really clean with Android 12 and Material U. Display, definitely great for media consumption. Speakers are also really good too, if anyone is wondering. Overall performance, no lag. Google Tensor, it works really well. Optimization is awesome. Live Translate comes in really clutch. Battery, that battery is probably the worst part about the phone. It definitely could be better. You can push out a software update that definitely might help. But that's just been if you ask me, the worst part of the phone for me, it was battery. Other than that, everything else was great. Phone calling, awesome. The person I spoke with across on the other line heard me well. I heard them well. Speaker is great too. The vibration motor, the haptics feedback, it's great. It's awesome. So those types of things, I get a lot of comments, and it's on my end too. I should be talking about that too. How's the phone quality when you're actually calling, because it's a phone, you call people. It's been great with Pixel 6 and 6 Pro and other devices. Pixel 6 calling it's been great. The other person who I was on the line with, they heard me really well. No issues whatsoever. I had no issues hearing them. So call quality is great. Speakers do get fairly loud when you put your call on speaker mode. So for $599, it's awesome. Wow, that is awesome. That is awesome pricing. Pixel 6, Google has played really well with pricing, especially for the Pixel 6, and that's probably why I'm saying it's the MVP for 2021. Okay, so my overall thoughts, my verdict about this device, I'm really happy with the Pixel 6. I really am. And this is the overall MVP most improved device for 2021. And I think this is the device to go with for most people, especially when you're comparing it to a Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. Like I said earlier in my video, I think this is the smartest smartphone in terms of Android, at least. Let's put iOS for it on the side for a second. The smartest smartphone, Android terms, as well as the easiest Android device to use. I mean, these are my personal thoughts when using this device. But many people who will choose the Pixel 6 will be happy with the device. And if you're comparing with the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro, I still think this is the better choice to go with. It's the most helpful device, most helpful smartphone Google has come out with. In my opinion, the most helpful Android smartphone as well. But that's my thoughts and opinions. Absolutely love it. Definitely recommend this device. If you did enjoy this video, like I said, be sure to superman that like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot. It helps push my content out to more people. And I really can't thank you guys enough. You guys make my dreams become a reality. It's all thanks to you guys. If it weren't for you guys for watching my videos, sharing and commenting, subscribing, none of these videos would have been possible. Thank you all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Anyway, everybody, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to Superman that like button, comment down below, because with the more interactions we get on this video, not only helps the video and the channel, but also pushes the video out to more viewers. And best of all, Superman that subscribe button. Until next time, everybody, and until next video, this is MTG.